Hey, what's up everybody? Today, something special. We've got a retro unboxing going on here. So this little baby here is a Sega Saturn. You can see that's written on the box. But it's a Japanese Sega Saturn, and it's complete in the box. And I got this plus about 50 games. So I figured I'd do the retro Sega Saturn unboxing, like I actually got it. So this is actually my first Japanese Saturn. All the Saturns I was using previously were American ones with an action replay card. But yeah, here we go. We've got Saturn. It's the HST0014. I think that's gonna mean it's one of the later ones. The ones with a round, it's got the round buttons, but you can kind of see the box here. I'm using my iPhone for this, so the video quality might be bad, or it might be better than my other camera. I don't know. Who knows? They can't get worse than my other camera, I hope. But yeah, here's some warranty information. You can see the year. The year is H8, which is Heisei 8, I believe. And we've got the content on the side here. And actually, I opened this up to check if it was complete, and it's a little different from what is shown here, which is actually a good thing because it's actually a bonus. So yeah, this is the Japanese Sega Saturn box, and we'll open this baby up. So here we go. Sega Saturn. Okay, so we've got the Sega Saturn here. It's literally complete. It's like still got all the plastic wrapping for everything. So you can see here in the package this old school Sega Saturn Japanese controller. Now, I like the Japanese Sega Saturn controller because it's so colorful. The American one is just black, but this one, despite a slight discoloration, is white and has some colorful buttons. And this is easily the best controller I can think of for Capcom fighting games. Totally the best. I love this controller. But yeah, there's a controller. And here is where it gets a little different from the box. In this part here, we've got the cable. Here's the power cable. Power cable, not that exciting. But the exciting part is this. What is this? This is the AV cable. Except this AV cable also has an S-video. And the S-video cable for the Saturn was actually like an additional purchase. Like you had to buy that separately, and it was about $30. And it's still about $30 if you want to get one now, which is unfortunate, but luckily for me, this actually came in the box. So, free S-video cable for the Saturn. Sweet. And we've got the original Sega Saturn manual in Japanese. Some safety information there. Yeah, Sega Saturn manual. Pretty awesome. And the whole rest of it is the Sega Saturn. And this Saturn is actually, it's a little discolored. You can see it's a little yellowed. But the Sega Saturn is white in Japan. Normally, this one's kind of a little yellow. But whatever. I'll tell you guys at the end how much I paid for this. The boxed and complete Saturn plus 50 games. I'll tell you at the end how much I paid. But it's such a good deal. Like I couldn't pass it up. So yeah, there we go. That's the first part here, the Saturn. So looking good, Sega Saturn. So you can see the bottom here. The Saturn in the back has these ports. You can see this port here for it's got the battery is in here for the saves. You can kind of see the, no you can't. You can see that silver thing is the watch battery that does all the saves. I haven't tested this out to see if the battery is dead or not, but even if it is, it's just a watch battery. You can buy that at the convenience store. And, you know, cartridge slot for your 4 megabyte RAM cards that make everything on the Saturn so much better. So yeah, there's the Sega Saturn unboxing. Now, let's get to the games.
Alright, so we're back here in my normal room on my normal bad quality camera, and we're going to talk about the 50 games I got with the Saturn. So, I'm just going to go over them really quickly because there's 50 of them. But, you know, there's 50 Japanese Saturn games. And, again, at the end, I'll tell you how much I paid for all of this. Just to, you know, put the final exclamation point on the end. But I'll start these and I'll just go through quick. There's a lot of garbage in here, and there's like, it's probably about half stuff that like I wouldn't have bought if I, didn't get it in this package, but, whatever, there's a lot of stuff. So we've got the first one here, it's, a baseball game. It looks actually like this. It's a baseball game where you create your own team and like you design all the characters and stuff. It looks kind of fun actually. It's called Pro Yaku Team mo Tsukuro, which means let's create a pro baseball team. That's the name of the game. It actually looks kind of fun. So I'm gonna play this baseball game. And we've got Quo Vadis. Quo Vadis. There you go. It's actually written in English. You can't see it. Quo Vadis. But, no idea what kind of game this is. It looks like a tactical RPG in space. I hope it is, because that sounds fun. So, yep. Quo Vadis. And we've got, Last Gladiators, which sounds like it would be like an RPG, but the cover, if you can't see it, is a pinball game. So I'm assuming it's pinball. Last Gladiators Pinball. And SimCity 2000. SimCity 2000. Yay. I haven't played that since I don't know, who knows how long ago. And this one I was really excited about because it looks so bad. It's called a Wanchai Connection, and it's like one of the launch games for the Saturn in Japan. And it's totally all full motion video and with totally early 90s Japanese actors, and it looks really bad, but hilariously bad. So I'm excited to try this one out. Wanchai Connection. And Myst. And Daytona USA. You can't have a Saturn without Daytona USA. It's necessary. So let's continue here. We've got Mobile Suit Gundam and Gundam Century and Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story, which actually comes in this nice little kind of cardboard sleeve with the manual attached. It's really like a nice little package. And we've got a complete copy of Sakura Wars 2. And this has the sleeve and a poster and all this stuff inside. And Sakura Wars is actually a fun series, kind of a tactical fighting dating sim. I don't know how to explain it, but it's wacky, and it was one of the highest selling games on the Saturn in Japan. So there's a lot of it. And we've got some good stuff in here. We've got Grandia, something everybody who has a Saturn must play. And something awesome. Shining Force 3. And Shining Force 3 I have for the American Saturn also, and I've beaten this game. And this is the first part, so this is the one that's also in English. But it's a great game. Play Shining Force 3 if you can get it. And another great one here, Vampire Hunter, which is Darkstalkers 2 or so. I don't know what it is in English. It's Darkstalkers something or other 2 or 2.5 or something like that. And we've got Street Fighter Zero, which is Street Fighter Alpha, and House of the Dead, and Super Robot Tyson F Complete, which is Super Robot Wars F Complete, I guess. I've never played a Super Robot Wars games, but there's like almost 60 in the series, so only 2 or 3 have been released outside of Japan, because they're all like weird robot properties that are owned in Japan. So licensing is a problem. But we've got Sonic R. This is actually the first Sonic game I've ever owned. Not much of a Sonic fan. And we've got MJ. It's not a Michael Jackson game. It's actually it's some kind of like a 3D mystery. It's called The Mystery Hospital. So yeah, MJ. And we've got Shining Wisdom, which I believe was released in the US by Working Designs. And we've got more over here. More stuff. What is this? Toge King, The Spirits. It's a racing game. D no Shokutaku, which is just D, I think, in the US. So D. This is actually a pretty fun game. There's a sequel on the Dreamcast also. That's awesome. But yeah, D. And let's see. What is this? This is like a first-person adventure. It's I don't know how to say this one. It's probably Shinsetsu Yume Nikan. Maybe not. I'm just guessing by reading it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a 3D adventure. This one is Eve, the Lost One. And I'm not sure what type of game this is, but I think it's another one of these kind of first-person adventure anime type games. It's all animated on the back. I haven't played it, and don't know what it is. And we've got another copy of Sakura Wars 2, but this one is a different version. It's got the, it's not the special version that I had before. But, Virtual Hide Lied. Nobody wants to play this. Don't play Virtual Hide Lied. maybe you could play Virtual Hide Lied if you're a huge Hide Lied fan on the NES. I don't know. And we got, Rig Lord Saga, which is an RPG I've never played. And we've got, Slayer's Royal 2, which is also an RPG I've never played. But this one has lots of anime girls on the back. But it's an RPG. So, Slayer's Royal 2. This is an RPG I've actually played. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner. And I played this on the PSP, but yeah, this is the original on the Saturn. And we've got Winter Heat, which is some kind of winter sports. It looks like almost all skiing and luge and ice skating. That's what it looks like from the back. There's probably more. But we'll continue. Rated, Sega Touring Car, which is another racer. And, of course, Virtua Fighter, which is the first game released for the Saturn. And Virtua Fighter Remix, which is Virtua Fighter with some tweaks. And Virtua Fighter 2, which is more Virtua Fighter. But Virtua Fighter 2 looks way better than Virtua Fighter 1. But it's still Virtua Fighter, so who cares? And here's a little trick. We've got a Toshinden S, which is the Sega Saturn porn of Toshinden. And I never actually knew there was a Sega Saturn version of Toshinden, but now there is. So I'm gonna play this because I remember liking it on the PlayStation back when the PlayStation first came out. But I'm guessing it's gonna play awful. So Toshinden. And we've got another baseball game. This one looks like just like a regular baseball game, so I'm not so excited about it. And this right here is interesting because it's a soccer game, but it claims to be the first ever soccer RPG. So is it? I don't know, but could be. You know. And we've got Derby Stallion, horse racing game, and Sega Rally 95, more racing with cars this time. And the last the last little bunch here, we've got J-League Pro Soccer, which I don't really like soccer, but there was some soccer game on the 3DO that I played a lot. I remember playing a lot and liking soccer for some reason, only on the 3DO. But, yeah. Victory Goal, another soccer game. Not excited. Winning Post EX, which is another horse racing game. A couple of horse racing games series that are popular in Japan. I don't know why. Horse racing games, kind of popular. And, this is a Evangelion dating sim, I believe. Yeah, there's a lot of dating sims in here. Not a ton, but enough to make it noticeable. This one is Pia Carrot e Yokoso, which is Welcome to Pia Carrot, which is also another dating sim. Dating sim. So Japanese, isn't it? Dating sims. Here's another dating sim, UQ Genso Kyoku, which is actually a pretty famous one, but, I think you can get this on the PSP, if you want dating sims. But, yeah, this one is part 2, and then we have it's not part 1 here, this is like a in-between fan disc between 1 and 2, and it's just like a disc full of pictures of anime girls. Whatever. And we've got, this one is a Sakura Wars, dating sim, I believe it's a dating sim. It looks like a dating sim. But it's called Steam Radio Show, or Joki Radio Show in Japanese. But, yeah, more dating sims. And another dating sim called With You. I don't know. I should probably play some of these dating sims at some point, just so I can, no, I don't know. I probably won't. And we've got the last dating sim. You can't see it. Sentimental Graffiti. More dating sim. And the last game out of the 50 is J-League Pro Soccer Club 2. And I think this is another one of those soccer RPGs, because it doesn't look like a soccer game on the back. It looks like you're the manager. So that's it. So that was 50 Saturn games. I got the Boxed and Complete Saturn, and those 50 games, half of which are garbage, obviously, but half of which are things that I would actually buy. So, yeah. The entire price for all of that stuff was 3,000 yen, which is ridiculously low. It's less than $40. It's probably about $36 or so. I'm just guessing. But, it's cheap. It's, yeah, maybe $40. So all that for about $40. Good pickup. So, yeah. More Saturn stuff to come. More videos to come. And more reviews to come. I've got a lot of stuff planned. I just need to get time to do it all. So, yeah. Catch you guys next time.